You're absolutely right. I mean, Pope Leo could have come to Lampedusa on any day, but he specifically chose July 4th, the day, of course, that the United States, his native country, is celebrating 250 years of its independence. And I think it's coming very symbolically. He's standing here remembering the migrants who have died, defending the rights of migrants, expressing solidarity with these migrants that make that incredibly dangerous journey across the Mediterranean to arrive in places in Europe like Lampedusa, where I am. This island, of course, is actually geographically closer to North Africa than it is to mainland Italy. And so, of course, it is a point of arrival. And I think he chose this day to symbolically represent what he stands for. Let's not forget, Pope Leo has clashed with the U.S. administration and the President Donald Trump on their immigration policies. He has said their policies are inhumane and expressed criticism for the treatment of migrants, the mass deportations that have been ordered in the past by the administration. Today, he has arrived on the island. He has already met with migrant families that have come here. He's laid a wreath at the cemetery where some of the migrants who unfortunately died making that dangerous journey to come to Europe to get some kind of asylum or refugee or a better life, who unfortunately perished as a result. He laid a wreath to remember them. And I don't know if you can see behind me, William, but that's the what used to be known as the Fava Loro Pier, which is where most of the migrants actually land. And Pope Leo was there to bless the naming of the new pier. It is now named after his predecessor, Pope Francis, who, of course, made Lampedusa his very first pastoral visit when he became Pope back in 2013. So all these years now, we've got a new pontiff. He's decided to make this visit almost to the same month compared to 2013. Pope Francis came in July. He's coming in July as well to express his solidarity and to make it very clear that the help and solidarity and assistance to people who are the most vulnerable, those who are needing help, really should be paramount in the minds of everyone, not just lay people, but also governments and administrations.
So the timing is symbolic. What's on his agenda?
Well, as I've mentioned, he went to the cemetery. He also visited the Porta d'Europa, or the European Gate, which is a monument here at Lampedusa to remember those that have perished and also to remember the migrants that have come in. In all these locations, whether at the pier behind me or at the European Gate or at the cemetery, he met with families, he met with people who are working, Red Cross volunteers who are working, as well as representatives of the UNHCR, the United Nations Refugee Agency, to thank them for their work and to highlight the work that they do. He will be concluding his 3.5-hour visit to the island with a mass, an open-air mass. There are 6,000 residents here on the island, but it's expected that there will be more than double the number of people at this special service. And all eyes and ears will be looking as to what message he will say in his homily to the people of Lampedusa and Europe and the world, listening to what he has to say about this island and the work that people do here.